This may be the last time I can do a video without any spoilers, because this week we are getting 11 new support gems. So before that happens, I wanted to do a short video and talk about skeleton makes. I got 2 dead reckoning jewels, 1 army of bones, and the build feels a lot better now. But skeleton makes are a lot more squishier. Maybe this time I'll start with my items. Just remember, it only has been few days since beta started, so don't laugh. So my current links are summoning skeletons, linked with spell echo, minion damage, lesser multiple projectiles, and pierce. Skeleton makes are affected by spell support gems, and we do projectile attacks, well spells. Raise zombies, for being a meat shield. Links don't matter, it's not a build guide. Clay Shaper would benefit skeleton warriors more, but it does give a lot of maximum life for minions, and skeleton makes really need more life. I wanted to use Famous of the Saint staff, but I think my staff is cursed. You would not believe how much currency I burned on it trying to even 5 link and color it. I will probably not gonna end up using it. Now, because I'm lazy, I'm using Scorching Ray with Castle Channeling, Projectile Weakness, and Flash Offering. That way, one click does 3 things: curse enemy, buff minions, and lower enemy fire resistance. And because I'm using Anger Aura with Generosity, all my minions do quite a bit of fire damage. And again, this is not a build guide. You can get a lot more damage, but I'm using Mind Over Matter, so I need some mana. And I cannot use 2 damage auras. Mind Over Matter is a very cheap solution to get a lot of survivability. By the way, I regret doing Skeleton's build instead of Righteous Fire. I knew Righteous Fire would be strong in 3.0, but I could not imagine that Mind Over Matter would be changed to work with any damage you take, including Poison, Bleed, and Righteous Fire. Anyway, back to Skeletons. Actually, I wanted to test Scion, but surprise surprise, we cannot get Merciless Slab, so I cannot get second subclass for Scion. But I wanted to take Necromancer and Guardian. Guardian gives to all allies a bit more speed, so it would help those slow skeletons. I have picked almost all minion nodes from passive skill tree except Necromantic Aegis. I want to try skeletons with Victorious Charity Shield. Maybe I can even do a crit skeleton makes. That would look fun. So the playstyle is a bit different from normal summoner builds. You can drop few skeletons and just keep moving. And because skeletons do not follow you, we just attack all enemies around them while you are moving to the next pack. But of course, if you move too far away, then your aura would not affect them. But that is not a problem, because we have enough damage to deal with white pack monsters. Against bosses, however, you will want to use Decoy Totem, because skeletons really need that protection. Skeleton warriors, however, are a bit more tankier because they have block. If I remember, by default we have 30% block. And well, for skeleton makes you do not need to use Queen's Escape. And well, Queen's Escape does not exist in PoE beta. Well, at least it does not exist on the market. And Queen's Decree is useless. All unique items that previously added 2 skeletons to the max now only adds 1. So you cannot get a huge horde of skeletons. By the way, there is problem with Val Skeletons and Skeleton Makes. Once you cast Val Skeletons and then try to cast your Skeleton Makes, you will instead summon Skeleton Warriors. I'm using 2 Dead Reckoning Jewels and I can only have 10 Skeleton Makes. It is hard to tell, but I think I summon them with Val Skeletons and then the game does not want to replace them, and so I summon Skeleton Warriors with my normal skill. But they are linked with Spell Echo, LMP, Pierce, things that do not benefit Skeleton Warriors. So no Val Skeletons while using Skeleton Makes. Am I forgetting something? I should probably have said this at the start, but this is not an in-depth look at the Skeleton Makes. I really don't think they can survive endgame. They would need some kind of protection. I do hope they will be buffed a bit, maybe a bit more life, maybe even a bit of reduced damage taken. I don't know, something. They do require too big investment to compete with other summoner builds. So that's it for now. I do want to play with Righteous Fire Mind Over Matter build. Righteous Fire gonna be so meta in 3.0, so expect a video about that. And for now, thank you for watching and see you soon.